it's all about the clap back. Get your boss whacked, Premier's funeral on Snapchat. You now tuned into the bag.
What's good, y'all? Fisk Vegas, the hardest voice of sports. Go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe to the Fisk. You know why you at it. Y'all know what time it is. If you ain't with it, you best get with it. Now let's rock. Listen. Did Cam Newton save Bill Belichick's legacy? I'm starting to wonder. Because after watching the Patriots play on Monday versus the Chiefs, it just dawned on me that Belichick was up Schitt's Creek without a paddle if he didn't get Cam Newton. If he didn't get Cam Newton, he would be winless. I'm convinced. Because the genius of Belichick was just flat out negated by bad quarterback play. You know, Belichick defense versus the Chiefs, they came out to play. Belichick's defense was prepared. They pretty much took away Tyreek Hill. They shut down Kelsey. They came to play. Okay? But yet, Brian Hoyer, twice in the red zone, well, he didn't turn the ball over the first time, but he took a sack, which negated him from getting points. So that might as well have been a damn turnover. And then he had the turnover in the third quarter, once again, inside the red zone. So I'm sitting here looking, I'm like, yo, Belichick, the genius of Belichick, is literally being negated by the bumness of Brian Hoyer. And then he puts instead Jarrett Stidham, and he out there throwing picks. And I'm just like, bruh, Belichick, what the hell were you thinking going into the season with this on your roster? Could you imagine if Cam Newton wasn't on the Patriots? Could you imagine what the narrative would be if Cam Newton wasn't on the Patriots? Tom Brady is 3-1 in Tampa Bay, just had a 17-point comeback versus the Chargers. Could you imagine if the Patriots was winless? I mean, for real, could y'all imagine? Sheesh. Look, I'm sorry, but Belichick, I don't want to say his legacy would have took it. His legacy is a strong word, but the reputation would have took a hit. Because, you know, in the social media age, in the era that we're in today, we're in the microwave era. As if we want the newest next story, what's in front of us now. There would have been no benefit of doubt for Belichick. All people would have brought up was Cleveland and this. You know what I'm saying? That's all people would have talked about. And it's just like, he better thank God for Cam Newton. Because this team is not competitive without Cam Newton. I don't care how good Belichick's defense is playing, but Cam Newton makes us a top 5 team in the NFL. He does. It's Cam Newton that does that. So it's like, I'm looking at it from a perspective of Jarrett Stidham ain't it. I'm shocked he ain't cut Brian Hoyer. Brian Hoyer or Jarrett Stidham might literally get cut when Cam Newton gets off the COVID list. So it's just like, it's amazing to me that he was really going to go into the season with these two at quarterback. How many games do you think the Patriots would have won if these, especially with Josh Allen playing the way he's playing, how many games do you really think the Patriots win with these two quarterbacks? I'm going to go 6 at the max, 5, maybe 6. With these two at quarterback, 5, maybe 6. I think that's the ceiling. I'm not going to lie. During the summer, I was convinced that Stidham was the answer. Just for the simple fact that Belichick was so high on him. And the Patriots seemed to be high on him. He had a couple preseason games where he had some good passes. I'm like, okay, maybe Belichick has found his diamond in the rough. He's willing to let go of Brady. How bad can Stidham really be? And then, you know, we saw him in action. What was it, a game against the Jets? Was it the Jets or the Dolphins? Where the Patriots were up 1,000,000 points last season. And Stidham came in and threw a pick 6 and they put Brady back in the game. Remember, they tried to sit Brady in a blowout and Stidham came in, threw a pick 6. They put Brady right back in the game. And then the next time we see Stidham is Monday night and he goes in there and stinks up the joint and starts throwing picks again. So, it's like he ain't it. So, I don't see Cam Newton going anywhere next season. Belichick about to open up that checkbook for Cam Newton. Now, he not going to give him no $35-40 million. But if you think Cam Newton about to get a good 27, 25 to 30 from Belichick, you're sadly mistaken. There's no way he doesn't give Cam like a 3-year, $100 million contract. There's no way Cam doesn't get like a 3-year, $100 million contract from Belichick. There's just no way. There's no way. Maybe a 3-year, $90 million might be about right. There's just no way. Like, come on, man. Like, if it wasn't for Cam Newton, the Patriots have no hope. None. They're as sorry as the Red Sox. And, I hate to say it because Belichick is the greatest coach of all time, but we saw it on full display on Monday night. All his genius and all his game planning, all the good play calling from Josh McDaniels, it all goes out the window if your quarterback's a dope. if your quarterback is garbage, it doesn't matter. And now Josh Allen want to come out here looking like John Elway and stuff. So it's like, yeah, he needed him. And we ain't even seen Tua yet. So we ain't even seen Tua yet. And we see what Josh Allen's doing. It's like, damn. Yeah, you better be happy you got Cam. Because if you only had Cam, you be in some shit. As far as Brady goes, Brady looks fine. He does. He looks fine. I still think Father Time's going to catch up with him. I think this is Brady's last year looking like this. This is the last year, man. I think this year, because I said it all along that I thought Brady was going to have a good season. I just think they will win a lot of games. I thought they would go 7-9, 8-8. You know what I'm saying? I still stand by that. I don't think they're going to win 12, 13 games. But what I figured Brady would be good this year because he's motivated. I figured, okay, first year, new team. This would be the year he's motivated to stick to Belichick. But I don't think he can carry this into 2021. I don't. I think you Brady lovers out there, enjoy him while you can. Okay? Enjoy number 12 while you can, because he's not replicating this at 45. What is he, 44? 43? Come on, man. Eventually it's going to go. Hell, we got to see him make it through the rest of the season. Because remember Peyton Manning was trash in 2015, so 2014, Peyton Manning was good the whole first half of the season. And then the last 6 games of the season, Peyton Manning was garbage. And then he went into the 2015 season and he was garbage. So when it goes, it just goes. So we'll see. But as far as the Patriots go, Cam Newton ain't going nowhere. But that's it, that's all. Subscribe to the unit if you're rocking with me. My name is Fisk Vegas, and I approve this message.